everyone. This is S.MADHAVI, Assistant Professor from Department of Information Technology from Wheeltech Multitech Engineering College. In this video, we are going to start an important and very interesting topic in Python called as strings. Strings are one of the most commonly used data types in Python. Whenever we work with the text like names or messages or input from the users or even um, like a data from the files, we use the strings. So understanding the strings is essential if you want to become confident in Python programming. So in this lecture, we'll learn what strings are, how to create them, and how to work with them using different operations and functions. We'll also look at the practical examples so that you can clearly understand like how the strings are used in the real programs. So whether you are a beginner or revising our basics, this video will help you to build a strong foundation. Let's get started. So the topics that we are going to discuss today is these were the list of the topics that we are going to discuss here, like string slices, immutability, string functions and methods, string modules. So to start off with, the general definition for what a string is a collection of characters, or you can say like it is a sequence of the characters. The strings may be like an alphabet or numbers or even the special characters. So the combination of all these things like the alphabet, numbers, and the special characters may be called as the string. So usually a strings can be or should be enclosed within the single quote or double quotes. So it can be either within the single quotation or double quotation. The examples have been followed here. Example, if you see here, A is equal to hello world. So the hello world is a string where it is a sequence of characters being enclosed within the single quotation, single quotes. So world is a string and which is being assigned to the variable called as A. So A equal to hello world. So hello world is a string and it is being assigned to the variable a using the equal to operator. And likewise, as I've told you, like the strings can be enclosed within a single quote or double quotation. Here, Python is enclosed within the double quotes. So the Python is a string variable which is being stored in B. Okay, so and one more thing, string is immutable in nature, which means that the meaning of immutable means once the string is created, it cannot be changed. It should remain as such. We cannot able to edit the string once it is being created. And the strings, when being enclosed within the quotation, it can be either a single quotes or double quotes, or even the triple quotes also can be used. And here the given example suggests like a is a variable that is going to hold the string values called as hello, hello. And if you want to access any like a character from the string, you can use it by using by accessing it using the index value. Here, a is a variable. Check out the example here. A is a variable and it is going to hold the string called as Mickey Mouse. Okay, so suppose if you want to access any particular character from the given string, it can be accessed using the index value as said before. So A of 3. A of 3 represents like you can access the string A and you're going to get the character which is being present at the third index. Usually, as we all know, the index number usually starts from the 0 onwards. So the index number for M is 0, I is 1, C is 2, and the index number of K is 3. So if you are going to provide like this, like A of 3, 3 is the subscript value. So A of 3 means we are going to access the key which is being present at the third index. So at the third index, K value is there. So K will be printed since it is being given inside this print statement. Okay, so whatever the character you want, you can access it using the index value by using this subscript value. Okay, so and we are going to discuss some of the string methods also, which means like a method is similar to that of the function, whereby it is going to take the arguments and it is going to perform the operation and it is going to give you the value and it is going to return you the value. So we'll discuss some of the string methods in the upcoming slides. And to start with, you have so many operations and methods available in the string. We'll start off with the join function. So to deal with the join function, from the name itself, we can say like it is going to join the two strings, or you can say like it is going to concatenate the two strings. An example has been given here in an interactive mode, like print of. They're given the join function here, hi and hello. So this hi and hello are the two strings, and if you want to join them, you're going to join it by using some variable or whatever may be the special character here given it as comma. So hi and hello is being concatenated together using this comma operator, and if you check out the result here, it is being printed here as hi comma hello, whereby hi and hello are being concatenated here. Next is the split function. The split function aims to like split the strings. Okay, if a string is being given, it's going to split the given string into substrings. Okay, so for example, here B is a variable and it is going to store the string value called as Mickey Mouse. If you use the split, if you want to perform the split operation on this B variable, here, the two words are here like Mickey and mouse are present in the string. It is being divided into two. So here, the Mickey and mouse will be separated or splitted. So Mickey is one string and the mouse is another string. Another string. As I've told you, each and every string should be enclosed within the quotation. Either it can be either a single quotes or double quotes or whatever may be. Here, it is being enclosed in the single quotation. Next is count function. Count is nothing but it is going to count the number of times the each character is being present in the given string. So in a given string, there may be so many number of characters, and if you want to count the number of appearance of the each characters, you can use this count function. Here, an example is being given in an interactive mode. If you want to print b dot count of m, which means that it's going to count the character called as M and from the string called as B. In the B, it is going to contain the variable called as Mickey Mouse. So in that there are two M present here. So the output is printed as 2. Mickey M and Mouse is M. So 2 times the M character appears over here. Next function is the swap case. The swap case is nothing but it is going to alter the cases, which means that like if the strings are present in the uppercase, it will be swapped or it will be converted to the lowercase characters. And if it is present in the lowercase characters, it will be converted to the uppercase characters. An example has been given here. Check it out. C is equal to hi friends. If you are going to use the function swap case, what happens is that it, as I've told you, the uppercase letters will be converted to the lowercase and the lowercase will be converted to the uppercase. That's why the name came here as swap case. So if you're going to print the C, what happens is that H, I, and F are in the uppercase, it will be converted to the lowercase, and the remaining in the lowercase will be converted to the uppercase. This is how the swap case function works on. Next, we're going to see some of the inbuilt string functions, and mostly Python contains the three inbuilt string functions, and they are len, max, and min. And from the name itself, you can say like len is nothing but it's going to find the length of the characters, which means that it is going to find the total number of characters in the given string. Min means it is going to find the minimum value, which means that if a string is given, it is going to find the smallest value in the string. And that smallest value, we are going to find it out based on the ASCII values. As we all know, ASCII stands for American Standard Code for Information Interchange. So based on that values, the min value is being calculated, which means that it is going to return a character from the given string, which is of the lowest ASCII value. And max, as vice versa, it is going to tell you or return the largest value in the string based on the ASCII values. And in general, ASCII values means as we all know, usually we'll type the keys in the keyboard. And this is an example diagram that it is going to tell you how when a key is pressed, like for example, if an alphabet A is pressed, how it is being converted to the ASCII values, and how for each and every character the ASCII values have been converted. So if you look at this diagram, the step one is when an user presses the letter, like whatever, maybe either it is a small case letter or capital letters. What happens is that if a user is going to press a key on the keyboard, what happens is that the electronic signal, it actually converts the letter being pressed to the system. Okay, so this system, whatever the key is being pressed, the signal will be converted to the, will be sent to the system. And what happens is that the signal will be converted into its ASCII binary values. As we all know, like the systems can understand only zeros and ones. So whenever a key is pressed, it is converted to its ASCII binary code, like in zeros and ones, and it is stored in the memory for the pre-processing. Once it is being stored and when processed, after processing that data, what happens is that the last step will be the binary code. Like for if the capital T is being pressed, it will be converted to the image and then it is displayed on the output device. So this is how when a key is being pressed in a keyboard, it is displayed on the system in the alphabet. But usually the key when pressed will be sent as a signal to the system, and then it will be converted to the binary ASCII values in the form of zeros and ones, and then it will be stored in the memory for pre-processing. Once it is processed, then the original letter, the alphabets, will be displayed on the monitor for our understanding. But the systems can understand only zeros and ones. So this is how how the ASCII works in a computer system. So as an example, I have listed here you the corresponding ASCII values for the each and every characters. The first table represents the uppercase letters, that is the capital letters from A to Z, and its corresponding decimal values have been given over here. And likewise, the second table represents the ASCII values for the lowercase letters, which is being given here as an ASCII values. So, to say in more detail about the built-in string functions, this is an example, a sample program which is being written in the script mode, so that you'll see like how the output will be printed. Like name is equal to input of enter your name. So this enter your name will be printed on your output screen, and you're going, which means that if you want to get any input from the user, will be using like this statement of input of enter your name, and that value will be stored in the variable name. Then print welcome. So the in the next line, the welcome will be printed along with this name that you have got from the user. Next, it is going to calculate the length of the name, which means that it is going to find the total number of characters in the given name. And if you want to find the total number of maximum values, you will be using this max of name function. And if you want to find the minimum value of the character in your name, you will be using this min of name. So the example, the output for this program can be depicted here as like enter your name. Here it is being given as an example, Prabhakaran. Okay. So here, as I've told you, welcome Prabhakaran has been printed. And if you want to find the length of the name, we will be counting each and every characters in the given string. Like so, from the given name, it contains totally 11 characters. So the length of the name will be 11. That is what the len function will be doing. And if we take the another built-in function max, what does max does is that it will calculate the maximum value of the character in the given name. So the maximum value in the given name is R, which has the highest ASCII value, so R is being printed. And the minimum value of the character in the given name is A, which means that ASCII has the lowest, A as the lowest ASCII values. And next, we'll go concentrate on the string concatenation, where we have already seen like the concatenation function, which is going to combine the two strings. It can be usually done by using the plus operator. So the using the plus operator, you're going to combine the two strings. So this is an example being given to us. So A is a variable and it is going to store the string high, which is being enclosed within the double quotes, and B is the variable that is going to store the string how are you. And in the third line of statement, it is be given like C is equal to A plus B, which means that A is one string, B is the another string, and in both the strings are concatenated using this plus operator. So hi and how are you have been concatenated together, and it is being stored in the value C. And at last the C is printed here. So if you see an example on the right side, you can see like hi, how are you has been printed, which means that hi and how are you are concatenated. So whenever you're going to combine the two strings, usually it will not be, that is, you will not be having any space in between these two strings. But when you take the C language, a space will be there between the um, two strings concatenation. Okay. So here, if you see here, when the two strings are concatenated, hi and how does not have any space in between them. This is an example. If you see here, hi, how are you? Before the how, a single space is being given. So if you want to have a space in between the concatenation process, you can give an additional space in front of the second string. So which means that in between the hi and how, an additional space will be created. So this is an example of like how the two strings can be concatenated. And the next we'll see on like um how a single string uh, can be used to create a multiple concatenated copies. So if you want to do that, we can be using that using the star operator. So this is an example of how the multiple concatenated copies can be created. So this is an example like a print of Python star 10, which means that Python is a string. Like we can recognize it using the quotation symbol given here, double quotes. So the word or the string Python is being will be repeated or concatenated for the multiple copies of 10 times, which means that here star is a concatenated string operator. So this Python string will be repeated for the 10 times. So this is an output of how the Python has been printed. If you check here, see here, the Python has been printed for 10 times. Okay. If you check out, as I've told you, when you're going to do the concatenation, no space will be there in between the two strings. So this is an example of how the operation concatenated copies can be created. Next operation is that we can see like how to perform the string slicing. String slicing. When we take slicing concept, it is used to return or select or slice the particular substring based on the user requirement. So, based on the user requirement, if you want to like split the given string, or if you want to take a substring from the given string, you can use this slicing operator. Um, so if you're going to take a part of the string from part of the substring from the string, you can use the slice operator. The slice operator has been given by using this following syntax. So the string variable that we are going to use should be followed by this square bracket. Inside the square bracket, we have to specify the start and the end. Start and the end in the sense like it is going to represent the index value, the starting index and the ending index that that we need when we are going to slice a substring from the given original string. These were some of the examples that if you look at here, as I've told you, when you're going to take a substring from the given string, you're going to call that a segment of the string as called as the slice. So string works on the slicing operator as I've told you using the square bracket and colon symbol. Okay, so this if you check out the example, A is a variable and it is going to store the string called as Mickey Mouse. When you come to the next line, print of A of 0 is to 4, which means that A is a string, is a variable that is going to have the Mickey Mouse. And if you want to print the particular substring, I have mentioned here as 0 colon 4, which means that 0 refers to the starting index and 4 refers to the ending index. So as we all know, the index number starts from 0 onwards. And here 0 is nothing, the index number starts from the 0 onwards. So M index is 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we have to stop at the fourth index, which means that we should not consider the end index value, which means that I have to read the characters starting from the 0th to the third index alone. We should not consider this ending index. So 0, 1, 2, 3. So MICK alone will be printed. Next, the when we are going to slice the same string like from 7 to 10, which means that the same concept, the starting index is 7 and you can end by 9, not the 10. So MOU will be printed. And here the starting index is not mentioned, which means that from the 0th index itself you can start on. And here, the last example in the last statement, when you see here, the end index is not mentioned, which means that you can read up to the end at the end of the string also you can read. These were some of the string slice examples. As I've told you, if you see, look at here, hello is a string, and the indexing can be done in two ways. Either it can be a positive indexing or negative indexing. Positive indexing starts from the 0 onwards and will be moving from the left to the right. If you see here, the index value of H is 0, E is 1, L is 2, L is 3, and so on. In the negative indexing will be indexing the numbers from the right to the left, starting from -1 onwards, -1, -2, -3, -4, and -5. So based on this, if you want, if a string is given here, hello, you can take a part of the string from the original string, and based on the starting and the ending values being given over here. Example, if you look at here, S of empty, that is here starting index is not there and the ending index is also not there, which means that it can read by automatically it can read from the 0th index and till the last index it reads. Okay, that is how these are the examples for the string slicing. And as I've told you, strings are immutable. Immutable in the sense, once a string is being created, you cannot able to change that characters. Okay, so suppose if at all if you want to access a particular character from the string, you can do it, but it's not possible to alter or change or update anything once the string has been created. Okay, for example, if you check the examples here, a is a variable, it's a string variable going to hold the value called as Python program. Okay, a of 0 means, which means that you can access the value which is being present at the 0th index. So in the 0th index, p value is there, so p is being displayed. And if you want to assign a new character to the existing index, it is not possible, which means that already strings are immutable. You cannot able to change anything. So suppose if at all if you want to edit anything, you'll be encountering an error called as type error, whereby the string object does not supports item assignment, which means that once it is being created, you cannot able to alter or update or anything. So that's why the strings are immutable in nature. And there is the another example whereby, as we all know, strings are immutable, but here once once it is being created, we cannot able to change or edit or anything. Okay, but using this slicing operator, what we can do is that you can able to like add the strings Like if you want, if you're going to use the slicing operator, you can slice the given thing and you can add it with the another substring, that it is possible. But once the string is created, you cannot able to change each and every character, but you can slice, that is using the slice operator with the intention of changing the character, you can attempt to do it. So this is a live example. Like the value of a is Mickey Mouse, b is Minnie, plus a of 6 is to 12, which means that it is going to perform the slicing operator, and it is going to extract a substring from the A, and it is being added with the mini called as plus operator. So whenever you're going to add or join a new string with the original string, you have to use the concatenated operator called as the plus. So mini and the mouse will be concatenated together and it will be printed over here. Okay, this is how the strings are immutable. Next is a string comparison. The string comparison can be done by using the operators called as equal to, not equal to, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. So, like you'll be having a doubt like how the strings can be compared. Usually, you'll be doing the comparison only with the numbers, but then it's possible to compare the two strings based on the idea that we have already seen. Like the strings can be compared based on the corresponding ASCII values that I have listed you already. Next, we'll see an example of how the string comparison happens here. Here, the string 1 is green, string 2 is black. We're going to check whether if it is equal or not. So, equal to is going to check whether the value on the left hand side is same as that of the values on the right hand side of the equal to operator. So, here, string 1 and string 2 are not same. So, the false will be printed. Okay. So whenever you're going to compare two things, the result will be of the Boolean values called as either true or false. And for your tip, like in Python, and the true and the false values will be containing that is the first character of the true, that is the T, and the first character of the false F should be always in the capital letters, because it is the keyword whereby we cannot able to change the meaning of the keyword. Okay, and suppose if you want to check whether the string 1 is greater than string 2, it displays as true, because string 1 contains, it will check the each and every character. The first character in the string 1 will be checked with the first character in the string 2, G and B. When compared to the ASCII value, G has greater, so it is true. And for by default, what happens here, string 1 is less than string 2, so it is false. There are so many string of formatting operators called as percentage symbol. So example, if you want to store the values in that particular place, you use this string formatting operators called as percentage symbol. So when you see this example, print my name is, instead of percentage yes, that particular string will be replaced over here, and I've secured marks. Marks is the percentage D symbol, it is being given here. So D is nothing but the integer values which is being given here as 90. So 92 will be placed here in the mark statement. Okay. So and then this percentage format operator should be enclosed within the variables that you have to replace it over there. This is an example. So the output is my name is, instead of percentage yes, address will be taken, and I've secured percentage D in this place of percentage D, 92 will be placed here. This is an example of how the string formatting operators are used. So as there are so many string functions and methods being available, and they have been listed over here, like len, min, max, is alum, and is alpha, and so on. We'll see the like how to convert the like a character, that is the given character, into the uppercase or lowercase. Like if you want to convert into string functions, these were the functions being available, like capitalize, lower, upper, title, swap case, and replace. Capitalize in the sense which means that only the first character will be capitalized in the capital letter. Lower means all the characters which is being given will be converted to the lowercase, smaller case letters. Uppercase means all the characters will be converted to the uppercase. And title in the sense in a string, each and every word will be that is the starting first character in each and every word will be in the capital letters. Swap case, as you have seen, like the lowercase letters will be converted to the uppercase and the uppercase letters will be converted to the lowercase. And then replace in the sense the old string will be replaced by the new string. This is an example program which is going to use all the string functions mentioned before. So we are going to get a string from the user. So enter any string is welcome to the Python will be obtained from the user. Next, if you are going to use capitalize in the sense the first character alone in the given string will be capitalized. So W will be in the capital letter. Already it is a capital letter, so no issue. So it will be printed as such. Next, in the lower case letter. So if you want to convert the given string to the lower case, you'll be using lower of. Lower of in the sense all the given characters will be converted to the lowercase letter. So here capital letter the W in capital letter will be converted to the small case letter, and then the uppercase letter. So uppercase letter will be converted, the given strings will be converted to the uppercase letters. And then title case in the sense each and every word will be considered, and its first character alone will be converted to the capital letter. So the first character of each and every word will be converted to the capital letters. Next is swap case. Small case letters will be converted to the capital letter. Here the W is in capital, it will be converted to the small case, and the remaining all are in lowercase letters, it will be converted to the capital letters. And next is a string replace in the sense here if you see here two strings have been given here, Python and Python programming, which means that wherever the Python is there, it will be replaced with the new string called as Python programming. So in the original text we had welcome to Python, so instead of Python programming will be printed. So and if you can check the output here, you have string formatting string functions called as center, left justified, right justified, and formatting a string. Okay, so we'll see it directly with an example. So if you see here, enter any string. So welcome has been got from the user. If you want going to give it as a center alignment, center of 20, which means that a 20 space will be created and in which the welcome will be center aligned. And left aligned means function has to be used, which means that in the leftmost corner of the given space will be printed. In the right alignment, the welcome will be printed to the right justified. And if you want to remove the white space characters, you can do it by using this functions like L strip, R strip, and strip, which means that L strip in the sense if at all an empty space is being present or a white space is being present in the front, it will be removed. R strip means if string is going to contain an empty space with the trailing white space, it will be removed. Strip in the sense it will remove the empty space, either it can be in the leading or in the trailing white space characters will be removed. We'll check it out with an example. So if you see here, if you're going to enter any one string called as welcome, so before the welcome, you have some empty space and it can be removed using this L strip. So which means that leading white spaces have been removed here. In the right space trim, the trailing white space should be removed, but it doesn't contain any, so it is printed as such. In the left and the right trim, both the leading and the trailing white space will be removed, but here it had only the leading white space, so it was removed and printed. Okay. Next, if you want to test whether the strings or the characters, like whether the given character is going to, whether the string is going to contain the characters or it is going to contain the digits or it is going to contain the lowercase or the uppercase, there are so many functions being available here. is al num, which means that al stands for alphabet and num means numbers. So it is going to return you the true value only if all the strings are alphanumeric, and it should contain at least one character, which means that it can contain both the alphabet as well as numbers, but at least it should contain one character. This alpha means it should contain only all the characters, alphabets. This digit means it should contain only the numbers. Is lower na, the given string should contain only the lowercase letters. If upper means the string should contain only the uppercase letters. If it is so, it will return the true, else false. Is space. So if a given string is going to contain any white space, it is going to return true. If not, false. So this is an example of the previous testing string character functions. So the string being entered here is Python, and you're going to check whether it is going to check the function is all num, which means that it can contain both the alphabet and numbers. So as I've told you, here it contains the alphabet, so it returns true. It's alpha. It contains only the alphabet, so it is true. This digit of is digit means it doesn't contain any numbers, so it returns false. Next is lower. The given string Python contains only the lowercase letters, so it returns true. Uppercase. It doesn't contain any uppercase characters, capital letters, so it returns false. Next, and it is possible to perform any searching for the substring. So you can do it by using the functions like ends with, starts with, find, and count. Okay. So if you see here, ends with, if you, which means that all these string functions will be returning you the Boolean values, either true or false. So this ends with will return you the return value as true only if the string is going to end with the substring which will be given inside this, and starts with. It will return true only if the string starts with the substring. Find. Find in the sense it is going to return you the index of the given substring. Okay. And then count is, it is going to return the total number of occurrences of the given substring. Like how many number of times the particular substring is going to occur. And we'll see it with an example. You'll clearly understand. Okay. So we're going to enter one string called as welcome to Python. We'll move on to the second statement. Is string ends with thorn. For that, we'll be checking it, using it with checking with the function called as ends with thorn. Okay, so when you see here thon, the string ends with the thorn, so it'll be displayed as true. Next, the third statement is string starts with good. So you'll be checking it with the given origin string. It does not start with the good, so it returns you as false. Next, find of Python. So what happens here is it is going to find the as I've told you, it is going to find with the substring index of the substring starting from Python. Okay, so why it starts from the 12th index onwards. So 12 will be printed. Count of 3. Here count is being displayed as 3 because count of O. It is going to count the total number of times or appearances of O in the given string. So it is being displayed as 3. Okay. So these were some of the string functions that we have discussed so far. And apart from that, we'll have the string modules also. So if you want to use the string module, we have to import the string. So I'll show it with you the things like so string module is nothing but module is also the same as like that of the functions. It is going to contain so many number of functions inside this modules. And if you're going to work on this built-in string functions, surely we have to import the string according to the Python. So import string, and these were some of the examples that we have listed here. A variable is a happy birthday, B variable is going to store the plus. Okay, so A dot upper of, which means that it will be printed in the uppercase letters. A dot lower of means the given string will be printed in the lowercase letters. A dot split of means the given the given thing will be splitted, which means that the given string will be splitted into substrings. Okay, it will be displayed as an individual word here. Join of a, join in the sense, the a variable contains the happy birthday, so each and every character will be joined by b dot join of a, which means that b's value is plus. So inside this happy birthday, each and every character will be joined using this plus operator. Even the space also will be joined by using the plus operator. Next is replace. As we have seen already, happy will be replaced with the new string called as wish you happy. And a dot find of happy, which means that it is going to find the starting index number of h alone, so which is nothing but 0 only by default, so 0 will be printed here. And a dot count of p, which means that it is going to count the total number of characters being appeared in the given string. So p comes for occurred for two times, so 2 will be printed. Okay, so this is an example, and if you want to see on to the output, you can see it over here. This is the corresponding output for the previous program that I've shown here, so you can cross check it. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much.